Welcome, dear learners. Once again, we are meeting in fourth part of carbohydrate, and the topic is qualitative test of carbohydrates. As we know, theoretical aspects are there, but practical is also equally important as far as examination is concerned. So let's discuss the qualitative test for carbohydrates. In this video, we are going to learn what are the different tests, what are the procedures, and what are the result and interpretation of results for the carbohydrate sample. So these are the basic tests which we are going to cover in this video. Let's go for it. First and very important test is Mollis test. So this Mollis test is used to determine whether the sample contains carbohydrate or not. So procedure is like that. We will have to mix 2 ml of carbohydrate solution in a clean dry test tube. Plus that we will add 2 drops of Mollis reagent. Then we will tilt the test tube and add carefully 2 ml of concentrated sulfuric acid along the side of the test tube so that 2 layers will be formed. So in the picture like this 2 layers will be formed. So the presence of this violet or purple ring at the junction of the 2 layers indicates the presence of carbohydrates in the particular sample. Next test is failing test. So the procedure for the failing test is we will take failing solution A and failing solution B in a clean dry test tube, plus we will add sugar solution. Then we will boil this test tube containing all the contents for 2 minutes. If it shows blue coloration, means it indicates the test is negative, and if it shows reddish brown precipitate, the test is positive. So this failing test is basically for determination whether the sugar is reducing sugar or not. If the test is positive, means the sugar is reducing sugar. Next is Benedict test. So the procedure for Benedict test is we will have to take 5 ml of Benedict reagent. Then we will add 8 drops of carbohydrate solution. We will boil it over a flame or on a boiling water bath for 2 minutes. Then allow it to cool for 2 minutes. We will get different colors in a test tube. So the coloration or gradation of color is basically depend upon the percentage of sugar. So if there is green color, means the content of sugar or reducing sugar is very less. If it is brick red color, means the content of reducing sugar is very high. So this is one of the characteristic test for determination of reducing sugar. Next test is Seligmanov test. So how we will do it? We will take 3 ml of this Seligmanov reagent. To add to that we will add 1 ml of sugar solution and we will boil this mixture for 30 seconds. After that we will cool it and we will get this cherry red color. This cherry red color indicates there is presence of keto group in the sugar. So it might be a fructose or sucrose. Then next is rapid furfural test. So the rapid furfural test is done in this way. We will take 2 ml of carbohydrate solution in a clean dry test tube. To it we will add 1 drop of ethanolic alpha naphthol and we will carefully add 2 ml of concentrated sulfuric acid. We will boil it and after that boiling we will get a deep blue color. After 30 seconds, then it indicates that it contains fructose. So this color will be produced. Next but very important test is Osazoon test. This is the basic procedure for Osazoon test. We will add 10 drops of glacial acetic acid to 5 ml of sugar solution in a test tube. Then we will add a small knife point of quantity of phenyl hydrogen hydrochloride, and we will add double amount of sodium acetate. Then we will mix the solution and warm to see whether the solids are dissolved or not. Then we will filter the solution in another test tube and keep the filtrate as it is for 20 minutes in a boiling water. Then after that we will cool the solution and we will examine that solution under a microscope. So these are various crystals which are produced, and these crystals are nothing but various osazones. It might be glucosazone, galactosazone, maltosazone. These different colors or different shapes will be there. So in case of glucose, we will get needle shaped crystals. In case of galactose, we will get rhombic shaped crystals. In case of maltose, we will get sunflower shaped crystals. And last, in case of lactose, we will get powder puff or hawk shaped crystals. So observation is very important in case of osazone test. Then last but very important is iodine test. So how we will do it? We will take 2 ml of solution of sample, plus we will add 1 to 2 drops of iodine solution. If blue violet color is produced, then it is starch, and if the reddish brown color is produced, then it is glycogen. So iodine test is basically responsible for determination of polysaccharides, and both these starch and glycogen are polysaccharide. So it was all about the qualitative test for determination of carbohydrates. Thank you.